The third commandment is this: never let an opportunity pass to say a kind and encouraging thing to or about someone. Praise good work that's done, regardless of who did it. If criticism is needed, then do it helpfully, not spitefully. Proverbs 12, verse 25. Anxiety in the heart of man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. It's easy to be critical and mean, but if you want to be different than the rest and want people to be glad that you're around them, then choose to be kind and encouraging. When you do these things, when it comes time to be critical of something, that person will accept the criticism more from you because they already know that you're not just trying to look down on them or to bring them down. So I want to challenge you to find someone you don't really like and find something nice to say to them. It might be hard to do, but you might be surprised that it might change your relationship with that person. You know, there will always be times when criticism is necessary. But before we do it, we need to ask ourselves, why are we criticizing this person? We also need to ask ourselves if we think that this criticism will be helpful or hurtful to this person. Sometimes people get into a habit of criticizing, and it can become addicting because being critical of others is a source of power to some. And some even feel better about themselves when they can criticize others, because then it takes the finger off of them. It takes the highlight off of them. It makes them feel justified because they realize how messed up their lives are. Ecclesiastes 7:5 says, "It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools." From this verse, we can see the difference between being rebuked by the wise versus the fool. Those who are wise are not just rebuking for the fun of it or for a power trip, but the foolish are. As I said, sometimes rebukes are necessary, but they should always be done in the right way and for the right reasons. For example, if you're rebuking a person that has fallen away, Paul says in Galatians 6, verse number 1, "Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such a one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted." I also think that the parable of the lost sheep is a very good example of this, because the shepherd, he's searching for that lost sheep, and when he finds him, he didn't go up and beat him or tie him on a rope and put it around his neck and drag him and jerk him all the way back home. No, instead he picked him up and he carried him home. And we must do this same thing whenever we're rebuking and encouraging the fallen brother or sister to return home. We want to treat them with kindness and be thankful that we're able to be found and able to be brought back home. Now there's another side of this, which is receiving criticism. It's always easy to give criticism, so much easier to give it than it is to receive it. But as Proverbs 25 verse 12 says, "Like an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold is a wise rebuker to an obedient ear." Proverbs 15:31, "He whose ear listens to the life-giving proof will deliver among the wise." If you want to get along with others, don't assume the worst when someone is correcting you. Instead, listen carefully to what is being said and grow from it.